Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. Also stay tuned for a special and very scary nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025. This brand new security camera clip might prove the existence of aliens. The quick video comes from Compton, California, and it was taken on June 5th, 2025. A woman named Jessica Ortiz said she was, quote, stunned when her Ring camera captured a strange-looking creature trotting along the side of her home. The once exclusive video has been on various news stations recently, including NBC LA, a popular and pretty trusted news source. The video shows a light-colored humanoid silhouette quickly darting past the camera. It's seen in the bottom right corner. Looking closer at the creature, it appears to almost be translucent. We can slightly see through it, like a three-dimensional shadow. Jessica also has two other Ring cameras around her home, and she says those cameras didn't catch anything. Here's what else she has to say about it.
I was sitting in my son's room with my son. We were staring at each other like, what do we do? I didn't even know what to do. Like, I'm not going to call the police. I'm not going to go outside. I guess I'm going to have to live with the doubt because I'm not checking.
She has no clue what to make of it. So she posted her video online, and still no one has a definitive answer. Most popular theories include the supernatural, like aliens and ghosts. But skeptics try to say it's a small child, but I can't lie, this doesn't look like any child to me. Also, California has one of the richest and most active histories of alien and UFO sightings in the United States, thanks in part to its size, population, military presence, and deep ties to both aerospace and Hollywood. Most of the sightings are of UFOs and UAPs. However, many people have claimed to see actual aliens in California over the decades, though none of these sightings have been confirmed by official sources. These reports typically fall into the categories of close encounters of the third kind and alien abduction accounts, and they've come from a mix of ordinary citizens, alleged military personnel, and UFO enthusiasts. For instance, one of the most popular, the Giant Rock / George Van Tassel contact cases of 1950 and 1960. In these cases, a man named Van Tassel claimed he met an alien named Solagonda from Venus, who gave him knowledge of free energy and healing. These beings were described as tall, humanoid, glowing, and benevolent. Van Tassel said he boarded their spacecraft and received messages of peace. Thousands attended his conventions, where others reported seeing tall creatures and UFOs landing in the deserts. Now there are plenty more stories and evidence coming from California, making this new video that much more convincing. So what do you guys think? Did Jessica Ortiz capture a small alien being on her Ring camera that night? Let me know in the comments down below. A man was camping in a supposedly haunted forest when the unthinkable happened. It all went down on the late night of July 24th, 2025. The place he was camping at was called the Undead Village, rumored to be super haunted and rugged. It began to get late, so he and his cameraman jumped inside their tent and began filming, when suddenly something downright chilling is heard just outside.
All the time, as well as...
Turn off the light, turn off the light, turn off the light.
we hear some deeply unsettling noises, like some sort of deep laughing or something. And we hear whatever it is walk quickly right up to the tent. And then it begins circling. For a couple minutes, whatever this was just stayed right outside circling them. The campers are frozen with fear. At the end of the clip, the man is heard saying it sounds like a person.
Oh, thank God.
Now, even though these weird noises sound almost human-like and pretty much otherworldly, many are saying it's just a wolf. Because wolves are said to be able to make strange laughing noises. So maybe it was a hungry wolf coming to attack. Luckily, they were inside the tent, because if it was a wolf, they likely wouldn't have been as safe as they were. However, lots of viewers said that the voice was just too strange and it couldn't be a wolf or any kind of animal. They also consider the fact that the place they were staying was literally called the Undead Village, and it was infamous for being haunted. Either way, wolf or supernatural spirit, the encounter is enough to chill you to your core. Being hunted in the woods by anything is one of the most terrifying feelings a human could endure, because the creatures of the woods, unknown and known, live out there, and this is their territory, and we are the ones out of place. Let's go ahead and take a look at a very exclusive and very disturbing photo. It's only been seen by 1,000 people. It was uploaded on July 18th, 2025. Reportedly, the photo was taken very late at night by a camper. What's crazy about this one is he didn't even realize that he captured anything strange. He took a bunch of photos that night and never really looked back at them. That is until this one here came up as a photo memory on his phone. He clicked on it and gasped, finally realizing what he had captured that night. A tall, pale, lanky humanoid creature is seen off to the left. It seems to be walking away from him and looking back at the same time. Its arms and legs are excessively skinny, and its head is small and round. The man says he was taking pictures of his campsite, as you can see by the grill and the tent in the foreground. And he never expected to see anything like this. Once again, online theorists hunt for theories. And the most mentioned were the Rake and extraterrestrials. The Rake is an infamous cryptid said to look just like this. I'm going to go ahead and read off the traits and tell me this doesn't sound just like the creature in the photo. A pale grayish or chalk white skin. An emaciated, almost skeletal build. It appears naked, with no visible clothing. It looks both human and non-human, with disturbing proportions. It's hairless, with large, black, lidless eyes or sunken eye sockets. And its expression is often described as emotionless or predatory. So maybe this camper caught one of these creatures on camera this night? Or could it be an alien gray like other theorists are saying? Regardless, it seems to be something not from this world. Now, I found this really mysterious video on TikTok. I remember seeing it a few weeks ago and I was going to do a segment on it, but apparently the video itself and the account it was posted on mysteriously vanished. They're just not there anymore. But luckily, I found the video for you guys, so even though it's trying to be wiped from the internet, here it is today. 2 women went out exploring in a remote forest when they found an out-of-place metal hatch. These kinds of things are actually pretty common though. They're called water cisterns. They're underground containers used to store water. But anyways, they open it, and inside is another piece blocking it off. They pull it off, and this is when it's seen.
I f***ing heard noises. Ugh.
Do you hear it echoing? Holy sh**. Oh! There's a flashlight in my backpack.
A ghostly face peering up at them. Neither of them noticed it in real time. The water cistern is pitch black, with the only light shining in from above. But still, a ghostly-looking presence is seen. The ladies left and eventually made a return to the strange hole in the ground. They record a part 2 video, but don't mention anything about the silhouette they caught in their last video.
I'm Mackenzie. I think I'm the sacrifice. Like, water cistern?
So it's likely they never realized. There's so much mysteriousness surrounding this video. Why did their account mysteriously vanish? How and why didn't the girls see the apparition inside? It leaves us with many more questions than answers. Maybe someone or something is trying to cover up this pretty impressive proof of the paranormal, and that's why they're trying to erase the video. Definitely one of the more eerie and convincing ghost encounters on the internet. This might be one of the most disturbing encounters on the internet. A man was home alone when he began to hear some weird noises coming from outside of his home. He ventures outside and begins wandering around his property. He even begins filming, and that's when the noises start again. High-pitched, disembodied voices are echoing through the night. The voices sound human-like, but non-human at the same time. They're coming from the forest. He nears closer and closer to the street and the forest, and this is when the voices get even louder. He was completely terrified, but also was worried that someone or something was in danger. So, against his better judgment, he heads out into the woods where the shrieking was coming from. He makes his way out and finds the general area where the sounds were coming from. Then, a strange figure is seen. We see an upright being with bright glowing eyes walking away from him. Its eyes are glowing bright yellow. It stares at him and then retreats. Judging by the haunting screeches and the glowing-eyed entity that was seen, many believe this was something supernatural. Perhaps a ghostly spirit that resides in the woods out there, or even a cryptid creature. Definitely one of the most unsettling encounters we've seen. The following quick video is of the Dogman, one of the more popular cryptid creatures nowadays. It comes from Brazil. A man lives on a rural property, with woods surrounding the back section of his home. He stands outside late at night in his overgrown backyard, when he hears something moving in the trees, and then he begins recording. To his horror, a strange-looking animal appears. A seemingly unknown animal. It walks behind his garden, just looking at him. Now the video is pretty blurry and hard to see, but the best shot we get is right at the end. It's stuck down behind and then it pops up and begins sprinting away. It moves very swiftly, likely quicker than a human could. The creature seems to be covered in dark fur, and it looks to have the face of a canine. And there are indeed reports of Dogman-like creatures in Brazil, though they're not always called Dogman. Instead, these sightings often overlap with regional folklore, shapeshifter legends, and cryptid encounters. Brazilian accounts tend to describe werewolf-type beings, wolf-headed humanoids, or beastmen, all of which resemble the classic Dogman reported in the US and Europe. One of the most popular is the Lobisomem, the Brazilian werewolf legend. Lobisomem is the Portuguese word for werewolf, and it's one of the most widespread supernatural beliefs in Brazil. Unlike European werewolves that transform under a full moon, the Brazilian Lobisomem often appears as a tall bipedal creature with a wolf or dog-like head, covered in fur with glowing red or yellow eyes. It's often seen at night, especially near cemeteries, forests, and remote villages. Some versions of the legend say the creature runs on all fours. Others say it walks upright and it's extremely fast and strong. So was this the Lobisomem, the Brazilian Dogman? Let me know. So within the last few months and even over the last few years, there have been UFO court hearings in the US. And there's a new photo that was just presented to Congress that has the internet going crazy. The image is of an alleged 1,000-foot wide UFO over southwestern America. According to the uploader, the eerie picture was revealed at a UAP Disclosure Fund panel. It was posted by an ex-government official named Luis Elizondo. In the image, we see an absolutely gigantic UFO-like craft. It's a silver metallic flying saucer. It just hovers over where New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, and Utah meet. The picture wasn't taken by Elizondo, though. He claims it was taken by a pilot in 2021. He states that the pilot was flying at approximately 21,000 feet up over this area. This is when he spotted and snapped this now infamous photo of the UFO just hovering there. I mean, the picture itself is insane. It pretty much looks like a giant coin or something just hovering over the land. We also get two shots of it, which is pretty cool. One more from the top and one more of a side angle. But I think it's so cool and crazy that the US is holding these UFO hearings. The hearings are bringing about all kinds of evidence about UAPs, UFOs, and aliens. And most of the evidence is pretty credible, considering most of it comes from ex-government officials who want to expose the government's secrets. So with all this being said, what are we thinking about this one? Nature clip time. This one was just posted on July 17th, 2025. A man was boating through some intercoastal water when he saw a giant creature. It's a huge shark, but it isn't just any kind of shark. It's a thresher shark, and it's stuck in some pretty shallow water. The thresher shark is a striking and unique species of shark, best known for its long whip-like tail, which can be as long as the rest of its body. This tail is its most defining feature, and it uses it in a fascinating way to stun and herd schools of fish during hunting. It typically grows to 10 to 15 feet, and the tail makes up nearly half that length. And they weigh up to 1,100 pounds. They're commonly found in open oceans, but occasionally coastal waters. And why this one was up in this shallow of water is unknown. It's believed to be unintentional. What's crazy about these creatures is their tail can strike prey with speeds of over 50 miles per hour. That's just with their tails. They can also jump out of the water up to 6 feet high. Just such a fascinating but pretty scary animal. And the fact that this boater caught one on camera this close up is insane. Definitely a 1 in a million capture. I mean, if I saw one of these sharks swimming at me like this in this shallow of water, I would probably think I'm screwed. But luckily, this guy made it out unharmed, as these creatures are pretty much harmless to humans, despite their intimidating nature. So that's going to do it for today's nature clip. I hope you all enjoyed. Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button's mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, because only 30% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And also feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.